Your host Tracy, we are live, making your host.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to make you co-host. Try and get it done before people come in. There you go. There you go.
Thank you
All
so much.
right. We did it.
Yes.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hi there, Susan and Myrna. Good morning.
Good morning.
Rosemary,
Good morning.
Josephina. There's Ed at the beach. Diane, April, Madge, Janie, Pat, Diane.
Good morning.
Linda, good morning, everyone. Jody, Lee, Alma, Ray, and Marcia, iPad, Verna, and Jean so far. Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning, CJ. You popped in up on the top there. Usually people come in on my Zoom screen kind of in order, but every now and then somebody jumps up in the top and I feel like I miss them. I try not to miss saying hello to anybody.
Good morning, Tracy.
We're up to 28 already. Hi, Linda, Janie, Jean. We have Max with us this morning from Get Set Up Support. Max is our TA for the class. He's available directly in the chat. If you have any problems with your audio or video, and here I am. Where is my camera light?
Morning, Tracy. Stacy.
Oh my goodness. People do that all the time.
I didn't have my coffee yet.
I get it. It's okay. It's okay. Yep. So see, there's Max in the chat. So he's available to you there directly. Again, we have the classes are in the wrong order today. So core is first, but I did speak with the Get Set Up team that does the scheduling yesterday, and they're going to correct it. But once it's been posted and people sign up, they can't really correct it because then you guys all get canceled and you have to re-sign up. So I think it's maybe another week or two that it'll be this way, but it's cool. We just do what comes, right? I know you all are happy with whatever class is available. Hi, Henrietta, Jackie, April. So yeah, love to see you guys. Make sure you have your water this morning so that you can hydrate. The temperature dropped and it's so much cooler here this morning. It's really much more pleasant and comfortable with windows open. I don't even need a fan today. So I'm happy about that. We're up to 42 people already. I'm going to go ahead and share my slides so we can get started. And thank you again for the feedback and the comments. Let me share my screen. We can get started. Here we are, morning fitness. Move this over. Present. Look at that. The internet is cooperating this morning. Maybe I shouldn't speak. I make it afraid and it goes away. Good morning and welcome to Morning Fitness. Today's class is core training for strength and stability. And if you stay with me for the 9:30 class this morning, it will be the balance and flexibility class. Alrighty. I am your guide. My name is Stacy. I'm from Pennsylvania. I do have a master's degree in counseling, but I'm retired and I'm taking advantage of my fitness background because I have been certified since the mid-1980s and involved in the fitness business since that time. And I absolutely love it. And I especially enjoy connecting with other adults who are interested in improving their health and fitness and overall wellness and have questions, whether they're advanced fitness people and want to learn how to take their they're training to the next level or whether they're just getting started. I love answering questions and helping out. So thank you for being here. Get Set Up is this training and educational platform, and it helps you learn useful skills from people just like yourself, peer to peer, so that you can do wonderful things and remain independent, take on new challenges. I think it's just a wonderful, fabulous platform, and I'm so glad you found it and we're all here this morning. We do learn from one another, so I love that you guys have your cameras on and I can get a glimpse into your home, your workout space this morning. Remember, there's no judgment here. I'm not looking to see if you combed your hair, brushed your teeth, or have any makeup on. We are just here to have a great time, work out, and connect with one another. You can request a recording after class by emailing help@getsetup.io. And I'll remind you of that email address at the end of class in my closing slides. And Max will also put it in the chat. And you know that you will get a transcript of the chat after class. It's available to you in Zoom. If you're joining by live stream because you found us on the website, welcome. We're glad you're here. But remember, the best way to fully participate is to join us and register for class. And Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products or services that I might talk about or demonstrate during class. Be sure to check with your doctor prior to starting any new exercise program, especially if you have health conditions, if you're taking any medication, if you're recovering from an accident, an illness, or just getting started. Be sure you have that conversation. And if your doctor has given you any specific recommendations or limitations regarding your exercise intensity, that's how hard you work out, or your range of motion, be sure to follow your doctor's recommendations and not anything that I show, say, or demonstrate. I'm going to go ahead and stop the sharing right now. Today's class is a core workout, and we will be using a fitness ball. It is an unweighted ball, and I'll give you some options for alternatives if you don't have a fitness ball. But the bottom line is you don't need a ball to play along. You can pretend by just holding your hands in the position as if you were holding a ball. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight myself right now so that we can get started. Yay! And adjust my camera just slightly so that perhaps you can have a better viewpoint. I do try to do this before class starts, but then once the Zoom camera starts, it's always slightly different than the way I set it up before class. So excuse me for having to do that once we get started. Have your water handy. And again, I have a non-stick surface added to my chair. That's one of those, it comes in a roll that you use in your shelves. And it's sticky on both sides. So not sticky, just a little bit tacky. So it sticks to the chair as well as to my bottom so that I don't slide off. So we're going to take our position about midpoint from the back of the chair, sitting straight forward on the chair with our thighs heading directly in front of us, out from the hip sockets. That places our knees about 2 palm widths apart for most people. Then you want a 90-degree angle right here with your knees, shins pointing forward. So your feet are also pointing forward and your knees are aiming directly over the way your toes are aiming. That's protection for your knees, and it's a great position to get used to for any exercise that you do. Exercise instructors frequently cue knees over the toes, and that's what that means. And it's to prevent twisting in the knees because our knees were not designed to twist. Inhale up with me, reach nice and tall. And exhale. We're going to do that 2 more. Inhale, lifting tall, and as you are lifted, notice how your rib cage has lifted away from your hip bones, giving you a little space right here in the midsection. So as you exhale, keep your rib cage lifted. You feel how that adds a little bit of tension through the midsection? That's what we want. Try to hold that tension throughout class. Inhale up, lift that rib cage and diaphragm. And as you exhale, keep that rib cage lifted. Back is straight. Let's bow forward, hands on the thighs to support your upper body, hinging forward from the hips. Just go as far as your hip flexibility will allow. Maybe it's 45 degrees, maybe it's a little bit less, or maybe you have the ability to place your chest on your thighs. That's a structural issue with your body. Accept it and move on. Let's bow again. Pressing forward, supporting your upper body with your hands on your thighs. Right here, engage your hips, squeezing as you lift, and then feel the mid-back, low back kick in. Once again, with a straight, long spine, bow forward. Now this time I want you, when you reach the extent of your flexibility, release your spine from the long, lengthened position and roll your upper body forward, creating a smooth C curve through your spine, and just reach down as far as your body will allow. And finally, let your head drop. And release, coming back up, pressing up, using your hands for support, push back up into the upright position. We'll be doing this a little bit later, and you'll challenge yourself to not use your hands and engage the muscles in your back a little bit more fully. But for now, we're using them as a warm-up, sort of waking up our muscles and letting them know what's coming. Hinge forward. Make sure you're breathing at a natural pace. Hinging forward as far as your hips will allow, and release into a smooth curve, dropping your head down, feeling that separation in your vertebrae. Coming back up, hands right here on your thighs, using your arms to press yourself back up into that upright position. And one more time, bow forward, lengthen the spine. And release, curl down all the way. Stretching, smooth curve in the spine. Press back up using the hands. Flat back, long spine, and you are back to sitting tall. My face is itchy this morning. I apologize. We're going to do those bows now, an exercise called Good Mornings. You can continue to use your hands on your thighs for support if that's your comfort level this morning, or challenge yourself with hands on your hips, or the bigger challenge, greater challenge is hands on the shoulders. Let's go forward. Keep the movement smooth and controlled, and return back up into the seated position. Bow forward. As you come up, feel the squeeze in your hips, and then activate the muscles in your lower back as you come back up into the upright position. Bow forward and return into the upright position. And let's bow forward again. and return. Moving from good mornings into seated deadlifts, we're going to start in the low position. So starting in a hinged forward position to wherever your body allows, with your arms down, right alongside your legs, maybe down at your ankles, maybe you're able to touch the floor. This exercise engages the hips and the spine as you rise up into the upright position from the lower position. So it's a slightly different action than good mornings because we're starting here and then come up and go forward. On Wednesdays in the seated weight training class, we do this exercise with weights. This is seated deadlifts. Squeeze through the buttocks, lifting through the spine to the peak of the movement and return. Again, lifting and return. Can we do 4 more? Lift and return. Lift and return. Bring it back up. Long spine. Make sure you're breathing and return. And lift and return. That's the last one. You did it. Hands here to press back up into the seated position. Let's do some cat and cow stretches in the seated position, similar to what is done in yoga, but we're going to do it seated, and I'm going to teach you about your transverse abdominals. We've been talking about them lately. It is the most important abdominal muscle you have, and it's the one that goes crosswise. It's the one that hurts after you've been coughing if you've been ill, and it's very important for pressing the abdominals and engaging those core muscles. So let's start with a belly button. Think about your belly button or where it's located and press that area using your muscles. Press or pull that area in toward your spine. And as it pulls in further, it presses out at your waist, creating a nice C curve. And here's your cat stretch. Your hands, if extended, may fall forward over the knees. And finally, allow your chin to drop. So you have a smooth curve from the tailbone to the top of your head. And this is the cat stretch, a nice arched, imagine a nice arched cat. In yoga, this stretch is done on the hands and knees, but it is also effective done in the seated position. Pulling out, we start at the belly button as if a string was going straight into your belly button and hooking around the spine, and you're going to pull forward. So the straightening starts at your waist, and gradually you are engaging your mid-back and your upper back. As you come back up into the vertical position, hands are right here on your knees, and then feel the lengthening through your spine. Maybe you hinge forward ever so slightly. Now your back is not arched, but simply think lengthen. Lengthen, press the tailbone back and down, the top of the head, imagine it's lifting up toward the ceiling. And if you press against your knees ever so slightly, you can actually feel more space occurring between the vertebrae. This is the cow stretch. And remember, it's a lengthened spine, not collapsed in the middle. And release. Let's do one more, cat and cow, starting with a press or a pull. However you want to think of it, belly button in toward the waist, pressing back, and then the rest of the spine engages in that smooth curve, and finally, your head drops. you breathing? Let's pull it out. Belly button forward. Spine straightens first at the waist, and then the rest of the muscles in the spine engage. Finally, your head coming up, and continue lengthening. Top of the head reaching toward the ceiling, tailbone down and back. An additional press against the knees helps release any tension between your vertebrae. And release. Let's do a little bit of spinal rotation, engaging our oblique muscles that run along the side of your waist. So we're going to just take the upper body, spiraling toward the side, very gentle. Your hips continue to face forward while your shoulders and your head and your chest are aiming toward that side wall. Placing your hands against the seat of the chair or the side of your thigh helps with this twist just slightly. A gentle press right here. And if you're doing this correctly, you still have that space between your ribs and your hip bones. And you're breathing with me, right? And smile. Release. Come through center. I hope you're having fun. Continue with twisting over to the other side and hold. Breathing right here. Relax your shoulders. Guess what? Mine were hunching up around my ears. We don't want that to happen. And release. Facing forward. We're going to take our arms here, bending at the elbows, fingertips on our shoulders. And we're going to do that twist again without using our arms to press. Just take it sideways. And when you are here, I want you to think about opening those elbows. Don't let them creep in that way. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your neck. Breathe, release, go around to the other side. Keep those elbows open. And release. That also began to engage your shoulders, didn't it? Let's tilt side to side. So we're taking and directing our elbows just slightly down toward the hip. Remember, when I give you a directional cue, it's a goal. We're not touching our elbow to the hip. It's simply the direction that you are aiming. To the side and return. Feel that tension along the side of your waist. One side stretches, one side contracts. And return. Other side. And return. One more time to each side. And return. Side. And return. Great job. If you have a fitness ball this morning, go ahead and grab that. And please remember to drink some water. Remember really quickly, your alternatives to the fitness ball include a stuffed animal. Oh yeah, that's an easy one to hold on to. Mine's my dog's. She misses it. I keep it here for demonstration purposes. And another option is to take a regular square scarf, put all your unmatched socks into the center and tie the opposite corners together, and you'll have a stuffy ball that you can hold on to. This fitness ball I got on Amazon. I have a link to it on my the list that I send out, I believe. And I like it because it's a little bit sticky on the surface, so I'm not going to drop it. I got another ball from a drugstore, cute, cheap, $3.99 ball, but it's too slick to hold on to, so I would drop it. I drop this one on occasion anyway. So it's important for me that I have a little bit of something to grip on. And I'm going to get a little bit of water. Let's start with that ball right out in front of us. Check your posture, nice and tall. Get that space right in here. Make sure you're breathing. And let's swing down one arm at a time, alternating right and left, waking up the shoulders. See if you have this range of motion available today. From here to here, swinging 90 degrees, right here. You see those curtains blowing behind me? What a lovely breeze this morning. We're supposed to have rain all day. I guess we need it. Down and return, sitting nice and tall. And you're breathing with me, right? Very nice. And up, down and up, down and up. One more time to each side. Feels so good this morning. Just moving my body, getting a little bit of strength training in for the core area. Let's do our arms up and to the side. And we're going to continue alternating. So lift up overhead, back to the front, open side. Again, within your own range of motion. And when you lift, I want you to make sure that you are not lifting too far up overhead. Lift and open. We're alternating, even if I made a mistake. Lift up overhead and open. When you lift up overhead, make sure that that ball stays within your peripheral vision and not way back here, putting additional stress and strain on the shoulders. We'll do that a little bit later with our posture correction exercises. But right now, we're just waking things up, checking how our shoulders feel this morning, and open, lifting, open side. Make sure you're breathing. Are you still sitting nice and tall with a lengthened neck and relaxed shoulders? Lifting and open. Wonderful. Lifting, open side. Let's do one more to each side. Lift and open. And here's the last one, my second side this morning, and open. I'm going to have you just widen your legs just slightly so that you can get the ball in between. And we're going to just do some giant swings. So lifting up here. Now I'm taking my arms closer to where my ears are, but I'm still not pressing behind my head. And down. Waking up the shoulders. Say hello to my range of motion this morning. Remember to not work through creaking, grinding, cracking, and popping in the shoulders. If you experience that, limit your range of motion. It's okay if you're just doing it right here today. I would rather that you do that and get a little bit more lubrication in those joints than you force a range of motion that is not comfortable for you. My classes are all about safety. I do my very best to provide you with safety instructions so that no one is injured. And down. One more. Up and down. We're going to do some more testing of our shoulder range of motion with diagonal movements. Sitting up nice and tall. Back to your original position in the chair with legs directly forward. One hand can rest on the thigh. Take your arm up on an angle and with a lengthened arm, straight elbow, press across your body and return. And remember, if your range is here, maybe between the shoulder and the hip, that's perfectly okay. But as large a range of motion as is comfortable for you today, and your elbow is not locked, but rather a lengthened arm, stretching long, reach and return. Take it up and down. We are not twisting the torso at this point, but our next movement will add that twist. Up, right here. Last one, same starting position right here, but now with an elbow bend, come in toward your waist and then continue down along the side with a twist and a little bit of a lean if you like. So it's up here and lean. So now we're activating both our abdominal muscles as well as our back. And over. Reach, cross, down and up. Here it is. Up and down, up and down. One more, here and down. And now forward. I want you to reach and press forward. And you can rock a little bit in your chair if you feel like that, but make sure you have that space between your hips and your lower rib cage. So your abdominal muscles are braced in this position. Your spine is lengthened, and you're adding a bit of shoulder tension with a reach and push forward. Reach and push forward. Reach and push. Yes. And here comes the last one. Reach and push. Yes. Both arms in at your belly, press forward with a little bit of a rock. Now we've got the hips activated, right? And we're working everything because we added that rock. So it's very important that you've got those transverse abdominals engaged. Think about your belly button being pulled into the spine and holding that. But you're breathing and your shoulders are relaxed. Mine were starting to creep up there toward my ears. Gotta watch that. We all hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. I know that's a spot for me especially. I have to remind myself when I'm working other muscle groups to relax the shoulders. Woo! Here we go. Forward. Last one coming up right here. And in. Very nice. Reaching up on that diagonal. Let's do that work with the other arm now. You know what? I need a little water before we start. How about you? So we have our ball or our hand reaching up on the diagonal and with a straight long arm cross the body and up, keeping the torso facing forward. You may be using your other hand right here on your thigh. Oh, I love seeing your hands moving on the screen as I can see some of you. Look at that. You guys are moving with me. I love it. I see one ball and I see hands. So I'm so glad you guys are comfortable doing it without the ball. And across. This movement really does feel good this morning. I hope you're enjoying it. Smile. Two more. Here's the last one. And reach back up long on the diagonal. Let's bend the elbow with a torso twist and place it down alongside of your chair. Reach, twist, press down. We're beginning more of an engagement of those core muscles as we add this movement, but with caution, because I want you to make sure that your abs are engaged. You've got that core in the center, nice and strong. Reach down. Up and down. Yes, there it is. Up and down. Here comes the last one. And down, reach up. And now we're going to reach forward. Bring it into your belly and reach forward. And in and forward. And you can rock a little bit, beginning to engage your hips. Reach and forward. Yes. Reach and forward. Ah. Guys are doing great. We have one more. Now hold the ball in at your belly and let's press forward and return. Press forward and return. Nice and tall. Feel that tension across the front of your stomach. Hip to hip. Feel it. And in. And in. 4 more. Woo! Can we do it? And 3. Yes. 2 more. Here's the last one. All right. Open the legs a little bit for giant swings. Here we go. I think I have a mosquito bite on my back. I'm sorry. Keep seeing me itch. It's really distracting. Reach and down with straight, long arms and a very gentle rock with your upper body. That engages your hips. And as we're swinging now, you can bring your upper arms closer by your ears if you have that range of motion. And down. Up and down. Up, over, lift, and lower. I love when I hear that some of you have increased range of motion in your shoulders. I have reduced the sounds in my shoulders, enabling me to have greater range of motion as well from these exercises. And I'm glad that that's happening for you all as well. Up and down. Here's the last one. And in. You can keep your legs here or wherever they're comfortable because we're going to do our giant circles this way. So in this exercise, your hands or your ball remains at the plane of your waist as we swing out and around. So if your legs are a little bit wider, it gives you a little more stability as we swing around, but we're working all the muscles in our abs, our hips, our mid and lower back on this exercise, all very important to core strength. So we're going to start here with a small range of motion and gradually increase. Here we are, we reach out to the side, swing around to the other side, and pull your hands back in at your waist. Reversing, starting on this side, reach out, all the way around and in. We're going to do 3 more with each one increasing in size. And that means your torso will rock forward a little bit more. Reach side, swing out and around, pull in at the waist, reverse direction. Keep this movement nice and slow so you can feel all the different transitions in your muscle groups as each one engages. Reach out a little bit further if you're able. Swing around and pull in. Other side, around and pull in. One more, make it your biggest if you're able. All the way out to the side, forward as far as you can reach. Pulling in at the waist, repeat in the other direction. All the way out, swing around and pull in. Nice job. We're done with the ball. Go ahead and place it to the side. And we're going to do a little bit of work with our hips and legs. Right. Starting with sitting up nice and tall, regain your posture. Hands either here on your thighs or on your hips, or you could hold onto your seat for additional support. Working our legs in this position puts more tension on our core muscles. So here we are, and we're going to just do heel taps. 8 with each leg. Tap, just reaching that out. Feel the engagement in your hips and your abdominals. Sitting up tall. 2 more. Make sure you're breathing, relax your shoulders. Man, I don't know what's happening here. I'm really tensing up in my shoulders this morning. Other leg for 8. And 7. 4 more. And 3, 2, last 1. Let's do a full leg extension. If you have that range of motion in your knees, you're going to just unbend your knee or extend your knee fully. 8 to each side right here. Make sure you're lifted, torso strong. That's number 4. And we have 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last 1. And let's do that now with the other leg. 8 leg extensions. Remember, you can hold on to the chair if you need additional support. And 4 more. And last 1. Knee lifts, 8 to each side. And remember, just clear your foot from the floor. And if you're not able to do that without holding your torso strong and steady, then just lift your heel. Keep your toe connected if that's more comfortable for you this morning. Remember that form is more important than range of motion. Lift, lift. Here it is. We're alternating. I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry. Because I'm doing it like a march. 4 more each side. And 3 more each side. Yes, 2 more. Last 1. Nice. Inner and outer thighs, starting with your leg over the corner of the chair. This is going to be the working leg. The supporting leg is going to remain stationary in the original position, straight out from your hip. So to start, we're going to just lift your foot slightly off the floor, extending into that heel tap position, just enough so that you can clear the floor and move your leg. And we're going to bring it in together, back to where it was, and then open. And back to the starting position, which is right over the corner of the chair. So let's sit tall, together to the corner, and open, return to the corner. In, center, out. There you go. 4 more. And open. And 3 more. Yes. You got it. 2 more. And here's the last one. Very nice. Now this leg becomes the supporting leg that's going to hold you in place. And you're going to use the other leg, open it out so that it is right over the corner of the chair, and extend your heels so that you can move freely, and bring this leg in together, open to the corner, and open a little further if you can, back to the corner. Center to the corner, open, and return. There you go. Together, open, a little bit further, and return, working the inner and outer thighs. Again, you can hold on to the chair if you like. And here, 2 more. Together and open. Together and open. Here's the last one. Yes. Very nice. And in and down. Let's do our combo. Leg extension, knee lift, cross and uncross your legs. If you don't have the range of motion with your hips to bring your legs together or to do that cross, which is really just a very gentle tap, not a full crossover, I just tap my calf to my knee and return. If you don't have that range of motion available, just do another knee lift at that time. So the combo looks like this. Heel tap, full extension, knee lift, cross and return. And we're going to alternate legs. Let's go. Heel tap, leg extension, knee lift, cross and return. Heel tap, leg extension, knee lift, cross and return. Heel tap, leg extension, knee lift, cross and return. Heel, extend, knee up, cross and return. 4 more. Heel, extend, knee lift, cross and return. Heel tap, leg extension, knee lift, cross and return. Heel, extend, knee, cross. Heel, extend, knee, and cross. 2 more. Heel, extend, knee, and cross. Heel, extend, knee, cross. Heel, here's the last one. Extend, knee lift, and cross. Heel, extend, knee, and cross. Fantastic, you guys. We finished. Inhale up and reach. And exhale. Whew. Blow it out and smile. Let's do our alphabet stretch and contraction for posture correction. Reaching up in a V position or a Y position with your arms, thumbs toward the back. In this position, I want you to just press back slightly behind the midline of the body. And in this position, feel the action of your shoulder blades. Feel how they are contracting, sliding in toward your spine. And now, elbows down and back. Keep those thumbs pressing toward the back so your palms face inward. And again with your arms, you are back behind the midline of the body. And feel now the different muscles that have engaged in your upper back. Holding this position to counteract the slouching and round-shoulderedness that happens from desk work and driving and cell phone use and reading. You can do this anytime during the day, maybe sitting at your desk or after driving. Reach your arms out now, palms are down in the T position. Pinkies aiming toward the back. You don't have to lean forward, but I'm running into the wall. And now bringing your arms in, elbows in toward your side, palms up, thumbs facing back, and pressing back behind the midline again. And you're squeezing now, engaging the mid-back muscles. And release. Ooh, wonderful. Reach up. And release. I want you to reach forward, hinging from the hips, reach long forward. We're not tilting over, but we are stretching throughout the spine right here. And then I want you to open your arms like a breaststroke around to the side and reach back. In this reach back position, you are hinging forward slightly just to allow yourself perhaps movement in the chair. And while you are here with your arms in the back, can you bend your elbows and bring your hands right back here behind your lower back? Holding them just right there at your waist, palms facing toward the back. Sit up tall. Move in your chair if you need to, and check your posture. Shoulders back. In this position, do your shoulders have to come forward and your elbows open, or can you maintain good posture and still get that stretch? And if you're able to hold your hands here, can you bend further and bring your arms into a forearm grip? And if you can, how is your posture? Make sure that you are upright. Again, form is more important than range. And if you're in this position, you're feeling this stretch in the front of your shoulders. And release. Ah, that was an intense stretch. Let's do a little bit of a twisting to finish up. Twisting your upper body to the side, feeling that stretch as you release muscles that we worked during this class. And to the other side, give your back a nice stretch in the twisting spiral position. And back to the front and give yourselves a big hug. Hugging right here, one arm is over top of the other, elbows forward. Hold on to wherever you can reach, upper arms, shoulders. If you have that flexibility in your spine that you can reach around a little bit further, you're getting separation in the shoulder blades right here and just giving yourselves a stretch through those muscles. We worked them hard today. Now release and reach back behind the midline of the body. Palms are facing forward and other arm now is on top. Hold wherever you can with those elbows forward. Pull your hands around as far as you can reach and hold on. Breathing through this stretch. Feel that separation in the vertebrae and release. Ah, yes. Stay with me for a little bit of breath work, some positive affirmations, and my closing thank you slides. Sitting back comfortably in your chair and maybe getting a little bit more hydration as we close. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing your attention now just to your breath. Focusing on the inhale and the exhale. As you inhale in the seated position, notice the rise and fall of your rib cage and your diaphragm. Filling with good, clean, hopefully positive, optimistic air, fresh air. And exhaling all the negativity, stress, worries, let it go. On this next inhale, I want you to imagine that your breath is a wonderful, beautiful color of your choice. Mine today is a brilliant yellow like the sun. I need a little sun in my breathing since it's gray and gloomy and rainy today. I'm going to just imagine that the sun is in me as I bring that inside. It's joyful and happy. It's positive and optimistic. And as I exhale, I release my worries and fears, anxieties of today, my lengthy do list at work, deadlines, negative people, judgments, criticisms. I'm just going to let all that go. And in this moment right here, focus on the joy I feel from completing this exercise and connecting with all of you this morning. Here are some positive thoughts that I'd like to share with you. Perhaps one of them will resonate with you today, and you can take it with you through the rest of the day and maybe into the weekend. I forgive myself for things that happened in the past. I let them go and I move on. I accept myself right now, totally and completely the way I am. If I choose to make changes to meet some goals, I accept myself along that journey. I work on my problems and then I release them. I don't let them bother me all day long. I work on them and I let them go. I trust the intelligence within me and the messages that I get from my body, like when it's time to drink more water or take a breath or relax or I don't know, stretch an area. I take in those messages and I accept them and I trust them. I act on them. I hope this class brought you some joy this morning, as it surely did for me. Thank you for being here, and please stay with me while I share my closing slides. Excuse me, it's that asthma again. Thanks so much for being with me, and remember that you can share your experiences on social media if you're active there by using the hashtag #GetSetUp or the @ @GetSetUp. And if you're not active on social media, email Liz at getsetup.io and share your thoughts and experiences with her. If you want to get moving the rest of the day, look for some of these other related classes that are available throughout the day and even over the weekend. Ageless Grace is taught by Ellen. Get Moving by Line Dancing is taught by Shirley. There's numerous yoga classes available, but I like Christina's yoga classes. I haven't watched too many of the others, but I hear they're fabulous. And there's Tai Chi that's being taught by Tai. And my next class today at 9:30 is Balance and Flexibility. And then next week we start over with the same schedule with Core on Monday. The seated strength training is on Wednesday and Combo is on Thursday. Be on the lookout for the email that will come to you from Get Set Up containing class notes and key takeaways, as well as a downloadable and printable reminder sheet that you can put up in your workout space just to remind you about breathing and modifying exercises to meet your needs. The email will also contain some suggested classes that you might like and provide a link for you to share feedback. You can refer a friend after you book your class. Look for the screen that says invite a friend. Click on that, enter your friend's email address, click on the orange tab, and they will automatically receive an email inviting them to join Get Set Up. This is the important email to remember. It's called help@getsetup.io. And using this email, you can request a recording of the session, let us know you'd like to host an interest group, or suggest a new class topic that we're not yet offering. Also know that we partner with a lot of different organizations across the country, but if we're not yet in your community, share your organization with us at that email address so that we might reach out to them and see if they would also like to partner with us. Once again, thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad you all were here and that we could connect. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Stacy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.